Ladies and gentlemen, who annoyed the US and the UK? Who annoyed them? You see those African aunties that are like, oh, come and visit me. Oh, when are you coming? Hey, Kweku, I've been telling you to come and visit me, but you never come. Then you finally show up in their house. And then the following week, their mood changes. Now they're like, don't touch the fridge. The next moment, they're asking you when you are going back. That is exactly the US and the UK right now, because this particular year, the kind of immigration and visa rules they have been rolling out, they must be angry. They must be vexed. Somebody must have annoyed them, because 1 minute, the UK is doing this. ILR 5 years to 10 years, no more dependents. Another minute, the US is saying that visa ban for these countries, pay up to $15,000 as a bond. Now, from 5 years multiple entry visa to 3 years single entry. Can you imagine the drastic change? What is happening? In this video, I'm going to explain what is happening in the US right now, in terms of their visa and all of that. Guys, stay tuned. Stop that. Let's start with the new visa bond rule. So from August 20th of 2025, some travelers will be asked to pay some money. This money is what we call a refundable bond. It's between $5,000 to $15,000. Not everybody is required to pay. Some travelers from certain countries. So far, the countries that we know for sure are on there are Malawi and Zambia, but more countries could be added later, okay? And this is just a refundable bond just to apply for a visit visa. So how does it work? So first of all, if you are from Malawi and you're from Zambia and then you apply for a US visit visa, when you go for your interview, the counselor is going to tell you to pay this amount if they are not so sure about your intentions of traveling to the US. They can't say you pay $5,000, you pay $15,000. So what are they doing with this money? They are saying that based on your application and the things that you said on your form, we don't think you're a genuine traveler. However, pay this money, and if we give you this 3-month single entry visit visa and you really come back like you promised to, we'll give you your money back. But there are certain conditions. 1, you must travel through these airports, either Washington, Dallas, either Boston or JFK. You cannot buy your ticket and travel through any other airport, okay? And you should come back the time you said you come back, and then we'll refund your money. If you do not, they keep the money. So basically that. Somebody will ask, why are they being so unfair to Malawi and Zambia? So apparently, when the US checked their records, okay, there's a higher number of overstayers from these countries, Malawi and Zambia. Therefore, their punishment. So the bond is basically going to discourage people from overstaying. But let me know in the comment section, between you and I, do you really think this will work? Some people will get there for $15,000 and they'll still go and overstay. They will think it's their payments to overstay. They don't care, because in their minds, they're going to say that when I go and I get an illegal job, I'm probably going to make more money in the next 6, 10, 5 years. That's the intent to stay there. They're probably going to make more money. So they can actually even borrow money and then just go and overstay. To me, I don't think this will work. But what about you? Now, the next one is a 3-month single entry rule. You see, one thing that I've always loved about the US is the fact that before now, they used to give 5 years multiple entry visa. Somewhere around 2022 or 2023, my family and I got a US visa, 5 years, okay? And it was beautiful. I mean, it is still valid. It is not expired yet, just yet, okay? I think we have about 2 more years to go, right? And it's beautiful. I have visited the US twice on that. That is beautiful, isn't it? Now, they are saying that now it's single entry and it's 6 months. Now it's even tougher than the UK, because at present the UK is 6 months usually, but they can actually give you 2 years or even 10 years based on if you apply. But you are not supposed to make the UK your home on, through successive visits. And at each point in time when you come, you shouldn't stay in the country for more than 6 months. At least now, the UK is even better than the US, because the US is saying that now we're giving you only 3 months visa and you can only enter the country once in that 3 months time. So let's say you got your visa in January, okay? It's expiring somewhere in March. They are saying that between January and March, you can only enter once, even if it's not expired yet. It's just single entry. How can you be this? I don't know the word. Type the word in the comment section. Heartless. So basically, this new 3-month single entry visa is affecting about 50 countries. I would leave some of the names of the countries that have been affected on the screen so you know. But obviously, Ghana is inclusive. Obviously, Nigeria is inclusive, right? And they are saying that the reason why they're doing this is basically reciprocal. So they are saying that there's a law actually called a visa reciprocity law. Guys, forgive me if I am murdering the word, but you know what I mean, reciprocal, right? So basically, they want to do to you what you are doing to them. So most countries give American citizens 3 months, okay, or less 3 months visas to come to their country. But then the US has been very generous from time, giving people 5 years, regardless of what embassies of those countries give to US citizens. They have still been issuing everybody 5 years, okay? And they are saying that now we're going to reciprocate what you've been doing to us. So apparently, it's not like they are being wicked, but it's just reciprocating what has been going on. So if your country is giving us 3 months visas to American citizens, we're also going to give you the same. Why are we giving you 5 years when you are giving us 3 months? So basically, that's where this whole thing came from. But it's been like that since. So why now? Why now? Obviously, there's a new president. And another reason is because Overstay Reports is showing that some of these countries, okay, that is even issuing 3 months visa to American citizens, they are on the US overstayers list, including Ghana and Nigeria. Okay, so now let's even enforce it now.
How much I made as a Band 5 emergency department nurse in the UK in the month of December 2024. Mind you, I worked on Christmas Day. I did 6 hours on Christmas Day. I did 6 hours on the 26th. I did 4 night shifts in the month of December. And basically, averagely, I worked 3 days each week in the month of December. And each shift is about 12 hours. So just do the multiplication and see the number of hours I worked in the month of December to end this. In the same month of December, I was able to film 1 video for my YouTube channel, and this is how much YouTube paid me for the month of December. It took me just about 3 or 4 hours to film that video. You see why, regardless of what you do in life, you should have a side hustle. The issue for me is that with nursing, if I don't go to work, I won't get paid. However, with YouTube, although this video did not get many views, I still earned from my old videos. If you're looking to start a YouTube channel, I have over 180,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have been on YouTube for a while now. Now I know the tips, I know the tricks, and I have a guide to help you through your YouTube journey. So if you're looking to have a side hustle, especially a YouTube channel, and you need some guide, DM you a link to my YouTube online course that you can access. And the amazing thing is that this course is on sale for this month, okay? And on this course, I featured the great YouTubers, and I'll DM you a link to access my YouTube online course to start your YouTube journey now.
So it's not like the law is new, it's just that this administration, this current administration, has just decided to enforce this old law. It's not like it's new, it's always been there. Fair. Now let's talk about the travel ban. Before we move to the travel ban, let me say this: if you already hold a US visit visa, multiple entry 5 years, the normal one, an old one like myself, and it is not expired yet, your visa is still valid. Okay, your visa is still valid. This is for new applicants. Okay, that's the sad thing. Those that do things always late. You've been wanting to apply for a US visa from time. You have all your documents, but you keep saying next year, you keep saying next month. Now you see, when something happens, okay, when something is ongoing and you want to do it, do not reciprocate, just do it now, because the way things are going, very soon nobody will even be able to travel because these new laws that they are rolling out, I don't even know who vexed. Now let's talk about the travel ban. So some countries have been banned from visiting the US, and that is because, one, security issues. These countries apparently have weak passports and weak identity systems. These countries have security risks flagged by US intelligence, according to the US. So these countries also lack cooperation in terms of deportation. Whenever the US wants to deport certain nationals from these countries back to their countries, the government there does not, cooperate with them. So because of all of these things, weak passports and weak security systems and security risk and all of these things, the US has decided to ban all of these people. Now, what are the countries that have been affected? Sadly, we have Somalia, we have Libya, we have Sudan, we have Syria, we have Yemen, Iraq, Iran, we have North Korea, Venezuela. I'll leave all the countries that have been affected on the screen. So for people from these countries who intend to visit the US, it's gone. Unless you have an exceptional case or an exceptional situation, but for the vast majority of people, you will not be able to even apply for a visit visa to enter the US unless new rules come by or new laws, sadly. So because most of my viewers are from Ghana and Nigeria, let me just summarize what is really affecting us from Ghana and from Nigeria. Okay, so if you are from Ghana and Nigeria, and then you currently have a US 5-year multiple entry visa, one, it is still valid. Okay, you can still use it until the time it expires. If it expires now, remember, you're only going to get a 3-month single entry visa. Okay, also Ghana and Nigeria are not on the ban list, the travel ban list. We are not on it. Okay, so hooray. And does a 3-month rule affect Ghana and Nigeria? Yes, it does. So if you're from Ghana and Nigeria, you are only going to get 3-month single entry visa if you apply for the visit visa, the B1 for business and the B2 for tourism or visiting family and friends. You are going to be affected. Yes. Will the bond fee affect Ghana in the near future? We don't know yet, but knowing the current administration, everything is possible. Everything is possible, and we cannot forget that. So even now that we think it's tough, I think if you want to apply to go to the US, I think just apply. And I have a video where I detailed all the documents that my family and I submitted where we did our first application and we were successful. And remember that I have once been denied the US visa, but once my circumstances changed, once I understood the system and my circumstances changed and I applied, we were successful. So it's not the end of the world if you've ever been refused a US visa. Just apply, okay? Another thing that is worth mentioning is that the US has changed its travel advisory to Ghana. I know most of people know. There's a lot of people on the internet saying, I say because now we decided to manage our own goal, that's why they are being tough on us and all of those things, right? I do not know. But a lot is changing right now in terms of immigration. That's why I'm saying that somebody must have anointed these people, because it doesn't make sense, does it? Remember, one thing I've come to learn in this world is that immigration rules are like that African auntie's mood. One moment is nice and friendly, another moment you hate them like they are wicked and difficult. That's how immigration rules are. So if the US or the UK or anywhere else is part of your dream, do not procrastinate, because the next time you don't know what mood they're going to be in to make that drastic change in their immigration rules and policies. Also, you know, every country gets affected differently. So check the countries which passport you're using to travel and check the current, conditions on your passport before you make the application. And don't assume that yesterday's rules still applies today. You get me? On that note, I want to go to the US to visit next year. Who wants to sponsor? Thank you so much for watching. Bye.